Morning, folks. Welcome to the Bombshell BEATBOX bunker here. It's nothing too fancy, but a pretty good workspace. Got the AC geeking, the hex light so we can see. Alright, today this is going to be our first video, so y'all bear with me. We're going to show you the first steps in turning this into something like this. It's an awesome Bombshell BEATBOX Mark III. This happens to be the Milwaukee edition, so it's going to be powered by a Milwaukee battery, M18. Sounds awesome. Got a customer that bought one of these, and he's got a buddy that is salivating over it, so he's going to actually buy one of these for his buddy the same way. The only thing is he wants a phone charger in it, so we're going to install this so you can be able to install your phone or charge your phone while you listen to BEATBOX Bunker. First step, okay, we get this ugly sticker off of this can. Okay, we get these from Harbor Freight. You know, they're decent price. They go on sale every now and then. So we're going to start off, try this one-handed. Okay, to get it off without any of the residue, it has to be hot. Okay, so we have a cheapo heat gun from Wagner. You can also, if you have a good sunny day, you can put these in the sun. So what you want to do is turn it on high. I like to heat the backside of it for a little bit. Sometimes I'll just leave it in here and get something else prepped just to kind of warm it up. We're going to need some masking tape, and we're also going to need a Sharpie or Inkzilla. Yeah, I like the Inkzillas, but yeah, that's going to be the first step. Once we do that, we'll kind of do it on here. Then I'll get y'all a good shot of it coming off. Alright, you want to heat it up pretty good. You know, you don't want to like burn it off. But you want to make sure all that glue on the inside of it's good. You might see a little bit of a bubble every now and then, and that's okay. That means it's about ready. So kind of do it even over the whole thing. Then when you're ready, what you can do, careful that tip is hot, it should come on off without any issue here. So pretty easy. If you do it when it's cold, it's going to leave a residue on there and you cannot get it off. It just sucks. So be careful. See? Nice and clean. Alright, once we get that sticker off, we don't want to send those scratched out BEATBOX out to our customers. So what we do, to make sure our bench is clean, we can balance it like that. Right there, we take this good old blue tape. What we'll do, and then you got to be perfect. You just kind of put it on here, and I'll show you why later. We like to tuck it up under there just to make sure. Get it on top right there. This will come in handy in a little while. One of the later steps. And I always do the backside for good measure, just in case I'm, you know, banging, getting after it. Don't want to mess around and take a chunk of paint off if I don't have to. Again, it doesn't have to be perfect. It's just really protection right there. Then we're gonna set that to the side. See why? All right. Once we get that on there, I like to start with as square piece as I can. Okay. We're gonna tape this whole thing up. Okay. And we're gonna take a little bit more time here just to make sure we don't, you know, miss a section and get a scratch on it right there. And it gets a little tricky up at the top here. And I do the tops first. And I do both sides. You can get away without doing the back side for some of the models, but we don't like to half-ass anything here. So what we do is just make sure it's protected. It takes a minute, but I promise you, starting over because of a stupid scratch is not worth it. Not worth it at all. Once you get past there, it's a little easier to do one piece right here. Again, I don't think you can really use enough tape. You can obviously not use enough, but you know, it doesn't hurt to go a little overboard with it. You know what I mean? I like to go a little bit further. So we're right here at the very, very bottom. There's a little lip there, but we want to use that as a reference at the bottom there. So especially really just on the front. So I like to go ahead and just make sure I wrap that whole thing around just barely so that we get a good reference point when we go to line up our template for our speaker. All right, once we get it to this point, we're ready to line up our speaker. Now I've got this. This actually came from DS18. We use a 5x7, and I tried a couple of their speakers. They're great speakers. I use the CT Sounds now. I just like the sound just marginally better, but they're still nothing wrong with the DS18. They sound amazing, but their templates are even better. So what we do is I save it, and it actually fits the other one too. So I know it's kind of cheating again, but shout out to DS18 because their templates are awesome. So with this one, you want to kind of line up on this corner. You want to leave a little bit of gap, so you have that right there. We take our trusty Sharpie or Inkzilla, okay, and we want to try to make it as even as we can. That's why we wanted it across the bottom to have a reference point there. So you got a little bit of flexibility in here, but what you want to do is just make a circle for it. Not a lot to it. That's where we are right now. See, right there. Now the next step we do, just from learning on what makes our life easier, is we'll put this back on right here. Go ahead and close it. And what I like to do is make a line across here and a line on the back. That way we have a reference point on where the lid goes. Okay, so if we need to line anything up, we want to make sure it doesn't hit where the lid's going to. So, cool. Move on to the next step. Alright, you might hear one of my wife's guineas in the background. They're loud as hell for no apparent reason, so if you do, forgive me. Okay, so now we're actually going to cut our hole. That's the next step. So what I like to do is get on the end of my workbench here, and I hope that angle works okay for y'all. I got these awesome clamps from Harbor Freight, and really just keeps things from moving around, and it will make your life so much easier. And they're not expensive either, so grab you a set of clamps. Doesn't have to be these, but whatever you find. Okay, we're gonna take a drill bit and our trusty Milwaukee driver here. We're gonna make us like a kind of a pilot hole here. Now that we got it secure and we got our pilot hole drilled, we're gonna take man, I like to use just a regular old jigsaw here. It seems to work and do the trick for me. I'm gonna try to do this without knocking the camera over. Better, easier said than done. All right, let's try again. Should get interesting. Well, all right. Well, the camera kept falling down with the vibration because it gets pretty intense. But just kind of want to show you the end result. On your template, you make the line on the inside of the template, so you want to kind of cut towards the outside of your line. It doesn't have to be like extra perfect. We want it as tight as we can. We're gonna seal it later on the back side just to for good measure, but just kind of want to let y'all see where that stands. Make sure you don't cut your cord. Over there, put our template over there. Now we're going to clean it up and we're going to test fit the speaker. Alright, so here's the speaker we use. It's the Mezzo series from CT Sounds. It's a 5x7. 5x7 is the biggest speaker I can fit in here realistically. and still have it look like it's, you know, supposed to be there. So, you know, I'd love to do a 6x9, but dude, these things sound amazing for a 5x7. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna test fit it. We want to make sure it's pointed the right direction. So it's gonna go in this way. Let's see if it slides in the hole, or we need to adjust it. Like a glove there, but see, we're a little uneven. You see, that's why we put this in here. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna massage that opening a little bit, get a little better fit. All right, we gotta test fit it again. After we massaged it, we got a pretty tight fit here. So as you can see, we'll press it down, kind of just make sure we're a little bit, you know, more to the lines actually, and where it'll fit just a little bit better. You see right there, because we want to get that lined up right for when we drill our holes next. Okay. Also, after you cut this, anytime, even if it's just a little bit, you want to wipe it down as best you can, because the metal shavings are real, guys, and that's a big ass magnet on that speaker. So it will find it. The magnet will find it if you don't wipe it down. So keep that in mind as you go forward. All right, for the next step, we're going to drill the holes for the speaker. As you can see, it's got 6 mounting holes, which I like because it seals really good. 2 of them are going to be on the sides that are like or the grill. There's no grill hole for those. So what we want to do is make sure we get our speaker placement where we want it. We want to have some bolts ready so that we just keep our alignment correctly. I use these M4 0.7 bolts of various lengths. We'll start off with the 25mm. We'll also use 10s, and on some models we use the 16s also, but the 25s work great. They'll go through the grill and the speaker all together, but it's an M4 by 0.7. We want to have these handy, and I'll show you why. We're going to drill our hole. Metal shavings are real here, so there's really no way to avoid them. We're going to clean our speaker up as we go, but we want to put it in there, that way we know it doesn't move. I always like to put a washer on these, because if not, the head will go through the slot there. But put a fender washer and it works just fine. And this kind of locks it in place, if you would. So now we'll grab our grill. I like to make the holes with the grill, so you know I know it fits. So we're gonna make sure that we're pointing the right direction, because I've done that before, where I put it in upside down, and you can see right there kind of how our fit's gonna be. And I just kind of drilled through the grill and everything. It's okay if it widens the hole slightly. The bolt will work just fine. I like to do pretty good pressure, but not enough to bend the box. Actually, I left off a step. We're going to go ahead and stick one of these in here just to hold it in place, so we know the holes will line up later. So I like to do this front two first. So there's a little flex on this side. Don't need washers on these. They fit perfect with the speaker grill as you go. So see, those two are in now. Little plastic shavings, but that's okay. Still fits fine. It's cosmetically perfect. So we know they fit. Okay, perfect. Now comes the fun part, okay? I told you we were going to do this line earlier. As you see, I'm going to hold this in. So the speaker's where it's going to be. See how we're above the line, okay? So every one of them's a little bit, you know, a custom fit. So what we got to do is take our lid. You remember when we put the marks on it? We're going to be real careful to keep that speaker in place. We're going to put the lid back on completely. What we're going to do is kind of pull it out to where the lid slides in behind the grill, but everything's still in the respective speaker holes, drill holes for the speaker. Now, take our trusty Sharpie. We're going to go trace it around the edge here. Okay, and we're going to go a step further. We're actually going to come around here so that we know where our points are. So when we go to the next step, we know where everything is going to line up. Okay. See, now we can take the grill out, speaker out. Got a good alignment, good place to work from. Alright, next thing we're going to do is we're going to put these rubber feet on it. So started using these, it's kind of been a progression of different things. These things base pretty good, so it kind of bumps around the table. So it's kind of a deal to keep that from happening. So what I do, I take my trusty drill bit here, or my Milwaukee driver. What I like to do is place them in the right spot. So let me show you. This part's a little tedious, but you know, we'll kind of work through it. I like to use this little line right here as a guide, just so that they all get in pretty much the same spot. So what you do is you just put it in there, line it up, get your hole, and blooper. You know where it goes. So. Put it in there. I'm gonna do one of these just to show y'all. That way you don't have to watch this whole stupid thing. And so I use the same M4 0.7 by 0.7 bolts. These are gonna be 12 millimeter. 16s work good here. The 10s aren't quite big enough. The 25s will work obviously too. Just make it a little more difficult on the backside. So what we're gonna do here is put it through right there. We'll take our stash of bolts. I like to just put some washers here on the table. That way, you know, I know what I'm going to use. So put these on. And what we'll do, move it around, get it started. Through experience, I've figured out what tools to use. So what we'll do is just put that on here. It's not necessarily a deep socket. If you had the 25s, it would be a deep socket. But you want to get it straight on the front right there. Get it nice and snug. These are lock washers, so you know you don't have to like bear down over where it's gonna break. They're not back off from any normal use, but you kind of see what it looks like in there, and then also what it looks like there. We're gonna repeat that obviously 4 times. Thank y'all for hanging out with us here in the Bombshell BEATBOX bunker here. I know it's not much, but man, we have a lot of fun in here making some cool stuff. So just to kind of recap, we got everything prepped. We got everything marked. We got the thing put in, the hole for the speaker. We got the preliminary speaker holes drilled. Next time we come back, we'll move on to installing some of the electronics and the soundproofing. So I'll show y'all how I get this to line up right with electronics, what amp we're using, and all the good stuff too to go with it. So y'all hang tight. Thanks for hanging out. BombshellBeatBox.com. Drop a like, drop a whatever it is. I'm really suck at this. I'm not good. This is my first like real video for this, so bear with me. Hopefully I'll get better at it, but probably not. as I learn social media and go on this journey. Thank you.